welcome to the Fit2 Podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. Well done, you.
Well done.
Thank you for joining us as we bring you meaningful, helpful, and accurate information. And
remind you that fitness doesn't have to be boring.
Right now, you're listening to one of our talk episodes, during which Bobby and I pretty much do that. We talk.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you like what we do, then please leave us a review.
And on that note, let's cue the music.
I actually think you had more voices during that than I've heard in a while.
Yeah, I really did go for like a variety of voices. I think I've got energy at this moment.
Have you?
Just for this brief moment, I have some energy.
Where did you get that from?
The Dr. Pepper Zero that I just smashed down.
Okay, so many questions coming away in a moment. Should we start off with a joke and then?
Yes, please.
We'll talk about this
Delight me with a joke.
The madness that has been this week. So, joke coming your way. Why did a gym goer get arrested?
Oh, I feel like I know the answer to this one, but I'm so bad at remembering jokes. But yeah.
Well, we'll find out at the end of the episode.
Yes,
anyway.
let's find out at the end of the episode. Let's not find out now. Let's wait.
Let's wait for that. Yes. How has this week been, Bobby?
This week's been a lot, I think, for both of us.
It's been real fun.
It's been real fun. We somehow we both ended up in A&E on the same night.
But not the same A&E.
Not the same A&E.
Even though we live very close to one another.
Yes, not the same A&E, and we didn't know that each of us was in the A&E until later on.
We didn't. We like to visit sometimes.
We do. We love a visit to A&E.
Just fly by.
So it's been a week. It was already like, what I think about it as well is it was already a crazy busy week for us.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like teetering on the edge. And this just like wiped us both out.
Yeah, savage.
Yeah.
We should tell people what. I mean, I don't want to speak for you. You say what you're comfortable with. I went because I had a mini scare with regards to what had happened previously with the pulmonary embolism that happened after COVID. If people don't know, had COVID real bad in 2021. Yes, there's people that say it was fake. They're lying. It caused a pulmonary embolism in my lungs, which meant I nearly died in the hospital. And then once you've had that, you're considerably more likely to get them again. Pulmonary embolism is blood clots in your lungs that stop the oxygen getting around your body. And I was having all those symptoms again, which was real fun.
Super fun.
We've since sort of decided that I had COVID again, but the marker wasn't quite high enough for them to go, it's definitely that. So right now we're in a position of going, okay, we think it's okay.
It's okay.
As long as I don't do anything. Here's going to be the fun bit on the podcast. When as you just discovered at lunch, when I walk like far or quickly, I'm suddenly like, I'm going to pass out. And so anything above us or above a certain activity level starts to really knock me out. Or speaking for any period of time.
Oh, good. That bodes well for a talk podcast.
You might have a refreshing time.
Oh God, am I going to dominate this? This is going to be a weird experience.
And then, so that's why I was there. All is fine. All is well. We're not concerned, but it does mean that it was super tiring. Do you want to share anything about why you were there?
I'll share a little bit. I was there with a Lennon, or my baby-shaped emergency. He's absolutely fine. So nothing to worry about. But yeah, there was a trip to the out-of-hours GP and then a trip from there to the A&E.
Babies.
But yeah, but he is absolutely fine now. He is home and just smiling and laughing away.
So if you spent the last 2 minutes panicking about our well-being, you can relax. And if you haven't, what the hell?
What? Come on.
Give us a break.
Yeah. Jeez. Jeez Louise.
I don't know if you've seen this. This is so a random swerve from what we were just speaking about. In fact, it's not connected in any way. In the 70s, you may have seen this song.
Right.
I think his name was Adriano Celentano.
Wow.
I'll check that in a second.
Okay.
And I think he was Italian. And he was a really famous singer at the time. And he released a song in, I'm going to say English.
Right.
To prove a point that Italians would make anything that was in English number one because they loved English songs so much. And he didn't like that. The song he wrote was in gibberish English.
Fine.
So all of the words sound like English, but aren't English.
Okay.
They're nonsense. I kind of want to try and play this, a little bit of this on here. I don't know how this is going to go. And you're going to be raging at me because...
the sound engineer in me is livid.
It's going to die. He'll literally be like, what the hell? So forgive me for the poor quality of this. I'm just going to avoid Bobby having to edit it.
Well, no, if you don't hear it, that's just me having skipped past this
You've
point
gone,
when I've edited
skip it. Now leave it in, even if it's bad. So here's a little tiny bit of what it sounds like.
I mean, it kind of sounds like Elvis.
It sounds like Elvis. It's the 70s.
It makes about as much sense as Elvis, so...
Arguably more. Right. The thing went to number 1.
I mean, it's a banger.
It was a huge hit.
It's actually quite good.
Now, our challenge for the rest of this podcast is to write a banger with sounds that only sound like English.
So we've got more struggles than the words sounding like English. We've got to write a banger somehow.
I feel like a catchy tune's easy, isn't it?
I don't think I could write a banger.
You can write a catchy tune.
I don't think I could, I think I could. No, I don't think I could. I don't think I have the skill set to write a banger.
Maybe I'm wildly underestimating the skill set required. I
think there's quite a lot of talent involved in writing a banger.
There's that thing about, I suppose a banger is different to like a ditty. Because I'm like, like a ditty's what I'm seeing you'd get on an advert. Like people who write those little really catchy bits. Precisely. Also, what are you going to do about this song that you're going to write during this podcast then? That wasn't really an also.
No, that wasn't an also. That was just continuing.
More of the same.
More of the same. I mean, I can do. I once wrote, so I did, I don't know if I must have spoken about this before. So I did my degree in music production as one of the degree modules, which was not in my skill set at all, was to write a song.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm not good at. I'm great at recording. That's great, but not that. So I made like this dance track that featured an audio clip. Oh, this is stupid on reflection. Featured an audio clip of a South Park episode in it. And I basically made a banger out. That wasn't a banger. I made a song. I made a song out of clips from South Park.
I so want to hear this. Why has this not been?
I have no idea where it is anymore. But it was a wild. I don't think I got a good mark for it.
Yeah. Do you remember what the clip? Like one of the clips that you used? There were a bunch of clips.
It was all like early doors South Park. So it was,
oh my God, you do Kenny,
things like that.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm kind of here for that.
Exactly like that.
And then just drop the beat.
Yeah.
To be fair, I feel like you could drop a beat into pretty much any recorded phrase and turn it into a banger.
Yeah, with the right recorded phrase, I think you could do not any beat, but you could.
Who was it that did Now You're Gone? Who was it? Bass Hunter?
Bass Hunter. Bass Hunter was quality.
They were a fine example of this, right? Because all of their songs had terrible lyrics, but really catchy tunes. And then they'd have that moment where it would just all drop out and they'd be like, and you're like, okay, I'm jumping.
And I'm jumping.
And also, I'm showing my age to everyone listening.
I think you're a Bass Hunter fan.
If you don't remember Bass Hunter, it's not that I was a fan. It was just that was what was on.
Don't lie to yourself. You're a super fan. It's okay.
I think
it's okay to be a Bass Hunter super fan.
I think I'm okay with that.
With people believing that you're a Bass Hunter super fan.
Yeah, I think I'd be all right with that. What else is there? There was Now You're Gone. There was another one they did that was and they sounded identical.
Yeah, all of their songs sounded the same.
For that reason, because they used the same. All I ever wanted.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
classic.
Was to see you smiling.
That takes me back.
Which literally is the same song. Now you're gone. All I ever wanted. Same key. It's all happening. Let's move on from that. You mentioned South Park.
Yes.
You told me to watch the Ozempic episode.
Yeah, there's an Ozempic episode. I mean, I've always loved South Park, but South Park, their level of satire has gotten so incredible in the past few years. Like they're in this kind of phase at the moment of doing episodes that are kind of like films, like mini films. And they started doing it with like the pandemic and stuff. And oh God, they're so good. But the Ozempic episode was brilliant, so accurate. And so like, just, oh God, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, because it's so clever how they kind of like just comment on society and comment on how people are using Ozempic and how they're taking it away from people who actually need.
Well, yeah, what I read, I'm a relatively new convert to South Park. I've never really enjoyed it before, and yet this time around I've watched a few, and I've actually been like laughing out loud. But I think the thing that I've really appreciated in the stuff I've watched is what you're saying. Not only the social commentary, but quite how well researched it is.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like our thing of being like meaningful, helpful, and accurate information. All of this is accurate.
Yeah.
Like the Ozempic episode is exactly what it says on the tin, but it's also taking the piss out of it, and it's funny.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Ozempic is, we've done a whole episode about it. It's one of the GLP-1 agonists that people are using to lose weight. The only qualm, I think I told you about this, I have
Yes,
about it,
you
is
did,
that
yeah.
they call it a drug, and technically it's a peptide. But the GLP-1 is the peptide semaglutide, and so there you can call Ozempic a drug. So it's a little grey area. Also, nobody knows what a peptide is in general population. So we'll do a whole thing
Even
about
South
peptides.
Park viewers, they just want to call it a drug.
Yeah, because a peptide is something that naturally occurs in your body. You know, insulin. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff about that is not what this episode is about.
No.
But that episode
we do
is
need
so
to
funny.
revisit Ozempic at some point.
We do.
Because stuff has changed. But that's for another episode. But yes, the South Park episode is, it's so clever.
Yeah, and the Pandaverse, they just don't give a shit, do they?
They just, what I do love about them is that they do tear down absolutely everyone.
Yeah. And they don't care.
They don't care.
Actually, in that Ozempic episode, they mention for the people who can't afford to get Ozempic in America, because it's about $1,200 a month. This is such a savage moment, but it is really fun. I've actually seen a reaction video to this. They prescribe Lizzo.
Oh yeah,
the artist,
the artist,
and body positivity, and go, oh, if you can't afford this treatment to make your abs show, then learn to accept yourself. But the outcome is that they end up shitting out of their own ears, which is so weird. That I really loved it. And there's a video of Lizzo reacting to that.
Is there?
It's fantastic.
Oh my God.
To be fair, she takes it in really, really good. In I think the way it's intended rather than anything else. But it's so funny.
So funny.
But yeah, so whether if you're a fan of South Park or not, if you want to learn about Ozempic, it's a pretty good way of doing it.
Yeah.
And why it's taking the world by storm. Actually, things have moved on even from there. But again, different episode. What's today's coaching call? I know we're not jumping to that yet, but what's that going to be about?
Today's is going to be about supplements. So I've got 6 tips about supplements.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.
Which is, I love supplements as a topic.
It's such an interesting topic. And I think you can keep coming back to it all the time. Because it's always changing. There's always new research. It's always people focus on certain things at different times. I think particularly with like TikTok and with Instagram, people are like get really hot on certain supplements and then move on to another supplement. And you're like, it's a cool chat.
So is this like supplement 1 followed by, and the next one will be like too fast to supplement.
Oh my God.
And then we'll have like return of the supplement.
Too fast to supplement. Jesus.
I'm trying to think of any famous franchises with a 4th movie.
I never got into the Furious franchise.
I like the original one with Paul Walker. That was a fun film.
Yeah,
I think he did 2 as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
Did he do the 3rd one? I can't remember.
I think he did. I think he did a few of them. But
1 I thought was really good. I've watched, I think, all of them up until number 5. I haven't seen number 6 or 7.
Fair. What is with the naming? This is one thing that I've never understood with these films is why is there no consistency in the naming of the films?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Because you had like Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, and then like it's called Too Fast, Too Furious, and then just Fast and Furious, Fast
and then
7.
Fast 5.
Oh yeah, well Fast 5. What's the 7th one called? Is that just Fast 7?
Like we need the names up immediately.
Is that when you fast for 7 hours a day? Oh, Furious 7.
I mean, just,
there's going to be 7 characters in it, aren't there?
just like
And also there's that whole famous beef in it between The Rock and...
oh, yeah.
What's his name? It's Vin Diesel, isn't it?
Yes.
Vin Diesel. I sometimes get a bit mixed up with Jason Statham and Vin Diesel because they're both bald action heroes.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
That's fair.
That is where the similarity ends between the two.
That kind of is. Yeah.
Like, that is it. Also, if you haven't seen the movie Crank and you want to watch a fucking god-awful movie, watch Crank. It's Jason Statham.
Bad films.
They replace his mega heart with a...
Wait, hold on. Mega heart?
Oh, just the plot of that is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And for that reason, it's kind of like when you watch a really terrible show at the Edinburgh Fringe.
I love watching terrible shows at the Edinburgh Fringe.
And you're like, which is going on very soon.
Yes.
At time of recording.
Yeah. At time of recording, I was on in about a month.
Yeah. So if you're at the Fringe listening to this, then I hope you're having a fantafulous.
The Fringe is honestly like, I think I've been there 4 times maybe now. It's just the best. I've always had such a good time doing the Fringe. Wow. Either like going to watch shows or going and being in shows. Like, it's such a great experience. The vibe is wild. And this is from somebody who doesn't drink. Like, yeah, I've been there sober as anything and had the best time. So yeah. Go to the Fringe.
Do you want to jump in with a fact of the day?
I will. You ready?
I'm so ready.
Rats laugh when they're tickled.
That's fantastic. I mean, I'm assuming there's a recording of this.
There is. National Geographic made a recording of it.
So you could fall asleep to the sound of rats laughing.
Yeah, rats respond positively to tickling.
Also, they
even chased after the researcher's hand in a playful manner.
So afterwards, I wonder, because obviously humans have different responses to tickling, right? Some people process it as a sort of fear, panic attack response, and other people really like it. Are you a fan?
Of tickling?
Of like, when I say tickling, I don't mean like that kind of like under armpit trying to get you to, but like maybe a light arm tickle.
No.
Not a fan.
It's not my vibe. It's not my vibe. Sam loves it. But yeah, I can't be bothered. I think it's because I'm so sweaty. I think it's because I'm so sweaty all the time. I'm just uncomfortable. So yeah.
Oh man, I think I love it. I
good to know. You're looking
it.
at me like you want me to stroke you. I'm not stroking you, Bobby. I refuse to stroke you.
It's not what you said yesterday.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
This is what happens when you're in A&E. I'm like, okay, I'll stroke you. Fine.
Okay.
It's going to be okay.
That's a fantastic fact.
Yeah, pretty happy with that one.
All right, shall we supplement this episode?
Oh my God.
With some facts.
Silence yourself.
Supplement 7.
Dear God. So yeah, this is just 6 tips about supplements, or 6 points about supplements that are worth considering. So first up, supplements are not a substitute for a balanced diet. So while they can totally complement a healthy diet, they should never replace food, and particularly whole foods. Whole foods provide essential nutrients, fiber, other compounds that aren't present in supplements. And yeah, meal replacement shakes are not the one. Not the one.
I was actually just about to write down some questions for you afterwards. And the first one was, Huel. Without delving into that whole, but
in the keynote that I made about this, I do have a picture of Stephen Bartlett.
You hate Stephen Bartlett almost as much as Joe Wicks.
Just because I hate him more than Joe Wicks.
We should maybe it's time to switch up at the end of it when we end this thing. Maybe it's not just Joe Wicks anymore.
Bartlett.
Maybe it's Stephen Bartlett.
He has upgraded himself.
It's time.
He's just trying to rinse you of money for garbage.
I agree. We should really briefly tell people that if you ask any nutritionist, even just Google this, nutritionist advice about Huel, they say treat it like a pot noodle. Like absolutely fine to have in your diet once a week, but do not replace meals with it. Whatever it tells you on that packaging, like when it's like perfectly constituted nutritional meal, it's bollocks.
It's those adverts that are like, why have this pre-packaged sandwich when you could have this terrible mac and cheese Huel thing? And like the video itself makes no sense because in the video it's a beautiful baguette that looks fantastic, full of like fresh like salad and it looks amazing. I'm like, I'll take that sandwich 100%. And then they replace it with this terrible looking mac and cheese, like the kind that you like looks worse than like an extra value Tesco meal.
Oh no.
Like, it looks awful. I'm like, this makes no sense.
Sorry, I've pushed you off topic.
That was a little Huel sidetrack. Next up, supplements can fill nutritional gaps. So you might be trying your best to have a balanced diet. You might be doing everything in your power, but some individuals may have kind of gaps and nutritional deficiencies due to various kind of dietary restrictions, lifestyle choices, or maybe even increased physical activity. So in these kind of cases, that's when supplements can fill these gaps and they can essentially help you get your intake of essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, amino acids, that kind of thing. So that's what supplements are great for, filling gaps. They're not a substitute, like I've just said, but they are great for filling gaps.
Yeah, for instance, in my case, allergic to fish and seafood, where am I getting my omega-3 from otherwise? Like, I'm going to be real light on that. Like, so omega-3 is a sensible one, but probably fine on omega-6, but that's an in-joke for nutrition people. Anyway, sorry, moving on. We don't need that. Cut that.
No, I'm not cutting that. I refuse. You don't get power over this. Calm yourself down. So next up, know your goals before supplementing. So different supplements are always going to cater to different fitness goals. Maybe it's muscle building, maybe it's endurance, maybe it's weight loss or general health maintenance. So it's always important to identify those specific fitness goals. We always talk about identifying goals. It's important to do that before you consider what supplements you should be taking. Then you can select the most appropriate ones and you can avoid anything that might potentially be harmful or might not suit what you're doing. As always, you speak to us if you want help with supplements or you want some ideas.
Yeah, even if you have a really specific question, like just shoot it over. We'll just get you an answer as soon as we can, because it's or answer it on the podcast. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hit us with your questions. talk@fit-2.co.uk. Yeah,
there he is.
Next up, quality and safety matter. So not all supplements are created equal. It's essential that you choose supplements from reputable brands that adhere to the strict quality control standards and third-party testing so that we get purity, potency, and safety. Really important. There's so many like sketchy supplements out there. We're lucky in the UK with a lot of our testing and a lot of our kind of regulations. But I always think back to, do you remember Jacked or Jack 3D?
Yes.
As it was called.
Have a heart attack.
Yeah. Welcome. There was this, it was a pre-workout that kind of maybe like 15 years ago, something like that. This Jack 3D that everyone was like going crazy about, but because it was insanely dangerous.
Yeah. And then they were like, that's true. As you said, with a lot of American products, they have different regulations and there basically aren't any.
Yeah.
What they discovered too about vegan protein powders for a while was that there was a really dangerous level of toxic metals.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And that was true in this country as well. Thankfully, now there's regulation about that to do with those things, but it just means that when you're looking at your products and you want to make sure that it's the regulations it's set or that it's abiding by are the ones from the UK and it's not an imported good, which they can actually get away or around some of those things in the same way that you can get American candy in stores. Obviously, it's more expensive because it's going around those regulations. So it's just careful.
Yeah. Here's another one.
He's ready.
Be careful with dosage.
Yes.
Not all scoops are created equally. I know somebody who ended up in hospital because they bought some caffeine powder and they put in, I think, 40 times the amount that they were meant to because they didn't read it properly. They didn't think about the dosage properly. straight to hospital with you.
Oh my! This is true with even supplements that you think might be, but like benign as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
100%.
when you're looking at your vitamins and minerals, if you're taking magnesium, if you're taking zinc, like anything like that, your body is after equilibrium and it's working really, really hard to maintain that. If you spike, there are some of them that would surprise you that if you overdo it can cause a little more harm than you'd expect. So you're like, just follow the dosage.
Yeah, just follow the dosage. Be aware of the scoops.
The scoops,
because not all of them contain scoops. And you go, well, you've got to be super careful about that, because you could end up on the wrong side of some pretty funky side effects.
Yeah, true. And if you're getting simple products, though, if you're getting like whey protein or creatine that is just creatine monohydrate, nothing added, etc., then you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
But again, with the slightly more esoteric supplements out there, then you might be. And a caffeine powder, first of all, can we just.
Miserable.
What is that about?
Miserable.
I mean, no thanks.
Yeah, caffeine powder, not the one.
No.
You wouldn't catch me having that. Jesus.
You'll be in the corner with your 40 coffees.
Exactly. Here comes
40 scoops.
40 coffees, you say? I can do that.
You'd be dead.
I would. Yeah, I couldn't do that. How do I get close?
I reckon, what is it? So after 240 mil, so 300 milligrams, you'd start feeling incredibly, for you, maybe not because your tolerance was pretty high.
Yeah.
But like, depending on the coffee, then 3 cups in back to back is, I think you'd start feeling pretty spicy and anxious. After that, you go, okay, we're in a bit of trouble now.
Yeah. So I have a very high tolerance to it.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever felt slightly dodgy from caffeine was on my stag do.
And you're like, because you just keep drinking.
Because in the morning we went on we went to a barista course,
right?
And we were just trying out like shot after shot after shot of like double espressos.
Wow!
And I was like 10 deep, and I thought, I feel a little bit sketchy right now.
This is bad. Yeah,
like,
we'll do an episode on caffeine because I think that's fascinating for people. We've talked about it before.
I've spoken about it before, yeah, but
updated info.
Revisiting that. My final point, beware of miracle supplements. Okay, so if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. So many supplements that are marketed for fitness make these wild claims about rapid muscle growth, dramatic fat loss, or like superhuman performance. You're like, yeah, let's go. But you got to approach this stuff with skepticism, because these supplements that promise these incredible results with minimal effort, they're more than likely to be some sort of scam.
So let's myth bust 2 of these right now. Fat burners.
Fat burners.
Right. Fat burner is usually something that just contains perhaps green tea leaves but usually shitloads of caffeine.
Yeah, loads of caffeine.
Loads of caffeine with the... Here's the behavioral science behind it. Because it will feel like you have more energy, you're more likely to do more things, which might put you into a calorie deficit overall. But also, activity is a poor way of losing fat or changing that balance anyway. Look, if you eat 2 bags of Maltesers and have a fat burner, you're fucked anyway. It doesn't make any difference. So they don't work.
No.
Is the simple thing, even in practice. And then they might have some use if you're a bodybuilder and you're controlling everything you took in, but you wouldn't use a fat burner. You'd just take caffeine. Yeah,
it's so niche.
And then the other is, this really bothers me because it's marketed really well, which is like a weight gainer protein, which people like mass builder. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'll take this and I will build more muscle. You're like, all they've done is add more carbs.
Yeah.
Like it's just protein with carbs.
Yeah. It's just a higher calorie.
Which usually means it's way more expensive for the amount of protein you get in the actual thing. And you obviously, because it takes up more space in the tub, it's a bad call. Just have more rice or more potatoes with your protein.
But again, that harks back to kind of what we've been saying the whole way through, is that these are a supplement.
Yeah.
These should supplement your diet. They shouldn't be the main focus of your diet.
Yeah.
Like we're very aware that, like, when we work with our clients, that sometimes, say, a protein goal can be really high, can be really intimidating, particularly at first, when you're not used to necessarily hitting that kind of level of protein.
Oh my God,
it can be wild. So in that situation, you go, let's get as much protein as we can from our diet, from whole foods, but then we can have a protein shake and we can have some whey protein and we can top ourselves up to that point. Like it is a part of it. Like these protein goals are high, so you have to supplement, and that's the way to do it.
Actually very recently, said to a client, fine, you can now look at weight gainer protein shakes. And the reasoning for that was that they had tried everything else and their calorie target was extremely high, right? It's a big person who's tall and wanted to gain weight. Yeah. And they were up at like 4,100 calories, right? Which for most people, for a couple of days, you might go, I'm living the dream here. But if you've ever been on that higher calorie amount, I don't know, how tall are you? 5'8". 5'8". So you've probably never intentionally been up there.
Not that high, no.
Like I have been at that amount once for about 6 weeks, and it's so much effort. Like it really is consistent hard work, and to try and do it clean.
This is the thing, and like to do it to a point where you're not. The problem is you could do it by eating a bunch of shit,
easy,
but that's going to make you feel shit,
and actually you will probably gain something.
And you will, like, so like you obviously you're not going to be able to do it like. You're going to do it in a balanced way anyway. So, but to do that, like you said, is insanely hard work to get that level of calories in consistently day after day, whilst eating relatively well. Maybe not even like 80-20, maybe going like 70-30, 60-40. Like,
still hard work.
Still hard work. Still really hard work.
You're looking at 5-6 meals a day that are all healthy, meal prepped, like advanced. And he was hitting about 600 calories underneath that, and he was going, I can't do any more than this. And when somebody comes to you and goes like, right, I am maxing out on this, and I've exhausted all avenues, and that's when you go, all right, we can turn to this, because boom, 500 calories added to your day, your problem solved. But if you're at 2,000 calories and you're going, I'm doing everything I can, or you think you are, but you're not doing it, you add the mass builder, I'm at 2,500, I can't do anymore. You're like, well, we still have a massive issue.
Yeah.
Like just like you haven't done any of the other work. And what you'll likely do is then have 2 mass builder shakes in a day. Because this is what happens, and what you hear about all the time. People are like 2 mass builders, and then they're like, oh, I'll have some crisps or whatever it might be, or turn to something else because they haven't actually sorted the problem. Anyway, that was my myth busting addition to the SUPs. Any more? That was the last one.
That was the last one. One final note. Just because Stephen Bartlett says it's fantastic doesn't mean it is.
Fact. We should do a whole episode about Stephen Bartlett, because I think we need to justify your rage.
Yeah.
But we'll do that another time. Shall we jump back to the joke?
Yes, please.
So, why did the gym goer get arrested?
Do tell.
Because she killed her workout.
Oh my God, that was even worse than I was expecting.
Horrendous, right?
I feel like there's a better version of that joke.
I know.
She killed it.
She killed her workout. It was really bad. Quite a lot of these that I've got written down are quite poor. I actually want to change the format of this so that people aren't looking forward to the jokes for that exact reason.
You shouldn't look forward to the jokes. But to be honest, I think people who regularly listen, they know. Do not look forward to this joke anyway.
How dare you? Listen.
They probably look forward to just the utter contempt that I'm showing you for it.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Listen, if you like our information, head to our website, right? fit-2.co.uk, and click on our Level Up page. Not because it's cool, but because you'll be cool if you do. On there you will find... clearly not a good judge of what's cool, is this guy. But you will find our 30-day Level Up absolutely free, and that is an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like,
level up.
We spent, pardon the language, fucking ages making that.
Yeah, it was a beast.
And it cost us money to send you these emails. So you are literally getting it for free. And it is 30 days to change your life.
It's legit.
For free.
It's legit great. So you can find us on social media at Fit2 Perform West End. Leave us a tasty review on here. Please give us those 5 stars. Ding, 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 ding. And as always, if you've got any questions you want answered by us, if you want to know some more about supplements or you want anything to be featured on the podcast, then hit us up, get in touch, slip slide into the DMs, email us, talk@fit-2.co.uk. I'm going to be in there waiting, covered in protein powder.
Oh,
swimming in it.
Dry. Thank you for joining us.
So dry.
And if you like what you've heard, we have been Fit2 Talk with me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.